Right. I'll give you all about 15, 20 seconds before we get started. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. This is Dr. Mister of Soul and Re Physical Therapy. You all, we're back again this year. I'm excited to another year of just educating the youth and young adults on different professions. But today we're doing something different. We're educating business owners on how to become minority women or military owned certified. Today we're going to have Kenyatta Sparks on. And before I get started, let me also say I'm getting over a little something. So if I go off the screen, excuse me, I'll be right back. All right. So Kenyatta Sparks is going to be our speaker tonight. He is the program manager for SJB Group's DBE Supportive Services Division. His firm is currently under contract with LADOTD compliance programs to assist them with facilitating their DBE program. Kenyatta is responsible for providing technical assistance to firms that are DBE certified in the Louisiana Unified Certification Program, as well as assisting them with developing business relationship with prime contractors and growing their businesses. He's a dual sports Hall of Fame recipient at the Southern University. Kenyatta strives to help to equip DBEs with the proper tools to be successful in their industry. So, all right, Kenyatta, I am going to bring you up on the screen. Here we go. Hey, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I am good. Thank you. Thank you for your time and your expertise. I'm excited about this talk. I mean, all of it, honestly, but I'm really excited about this one, talking about business. So tell us about yourself, where you're from, high school, college, any type of special
Yeah.
organizations that you're part of.
Well, I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I graduated high school from Eau Prairie Walker, which unfortunately, man, I think they're trying to shut my high school down. Man, I'm gonna have to go out there with my signs. No, don't do it. We got history right here, right? But
Oh,
growing up there, man, it's been a blessing. I think some of the things you and I even talked about just now, man, it's just the background of growing up in that environment, being able to take things that I experienced over life, being able to apply it to what I do today, is just a blessing, right? So
right.
I appreciate that. Also, recognizing the Hall of Fame at Southern University. That all came late in my life. I only played 1 year high school football.
Wow.
Only ran track 2 years because they said I had to get in shape when I walked out for the football team, right? So, and I was just fortunate and blessed, man, to get a full scholarship at Southern University. I applaud that blue and gold, man, because they took a chance on a little guy from New Orleans, and obviously the rest is history from there. But it allowed me to come to Southern, it allowed me to find my wife. I'm blessed to have 3 children. I have a daughter that's still in New Orleans right now, two grandbabies, one 10, one 4. I got
Oh,
my two sons that just wrapped up their collegiate careers in football. One still pursuing his opportunity for the next level. One who is now I'm proud of. He graduated also from Purdue University. I'm getting ready to do some great things in the next chapter. So I'm
yeah.
just blessed, man. I love my wife. I love my daughter. Look, she's doing a phenomenal job herself. She has her own tax business that she's doing well in. We
All
talk about
right.
business, right?
Yeah.
On hairline business. So man, I'm just proud of all my wife and my children, man.
That's
We just blessed.
awesome. I love it. I love it. And y'all, too quick story. When I was asking him, could he come on? The first thing he said was, "Don't schedule around Valentine because I have a wife." I was like,
They can't do
"Yes,
that, man.
sir."
Gotta make sure. Look, I gotta make sure I look because I get caught up. Next thing I know, like, oh man, it's
Right,
Valentine's
right. That's all right. We got you. We got you on first, so you can go ahead and prepare for Valentine's Day because I don't blame you.
Appreciate
Right.
that.
All right.
Appreciate that.
So tell us about you. Like, what do you do? What is your profession?
Man, so even from sports, man, I was fortunate when my sons was playing travel baseball. I was blessed to be able to train them through that baseball academy. And I trained a lot of young children in there. And two of the children that I trained, actually, their mother is the president of SJB Group. And obviously, they have 20 years of managing DBE supported services by having contracts with the Department of Transportation here in Louisiana and also in Mississippi. So when they got the contract again back in 2012, her name is Miss Jackie DeBoard. She seen that I would be a great fit for it because she saw my work ethic, but she more importantly saw my character and my people skills and how I love to see people win. She saw that just from me working with the children, because actually they started even having more parents started training with us, right? So when she saw that enthusiasm, she knew the program. She knew I would be a great fit. Honestly, y'all, I was clueless to what DBE was,
Mm,
right? I learned as I began doing it, and she had a beautiful blueprint for me to follow, and she
gotcha.
allowed me to put my own flavor to it.
Okay.
But obviously, that's what segued me into doing, being a DBE program assistant. And
Okay.
over the years, I became the program manager, and obviously, that means I've grown in experience as well.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So DBE, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. What does
Mhm.
that even mean? you know.
So, really, man, obviously, it's really just to create a level playing field for minority and women-owned businesses here in Louisiana.
Gotcha.
Most of the time, people think that it's a set aside. Unfortunately, when set asides were being implemented here in Louisiana, it was something that a lot of individuals were not happy about. So to not really go back into that history, because
Mm,
obviously when you on this type of platform, you don't want to step on anyone's toes,
yeah.
right? So I
Right.
want to keep it where it's an open discussion. However, they did away with set aside. So
Okay.
that just brought more attention to a program that was already in place. However, it just wasn't focused on a whole lot because they had to set aside. We were strictly only afforded to minority and women-owned businesses, right?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Now the DBE program came in. So that was in 1999. The department, the U.S. Department of Transportation, mandated that every state in the country develop a unified program, which is what Louisiana calls the Louisiana Unified Certification Program, which
Okay.
is the federal DBE program for Louisiana. So again, it's to create a level playing field for minority and women-owned businesses whom are socially and economically disadvantaged. And right now, y'all, a lot of these programs that's targeted around minority and women-owned businesses, it's about to be an explosion
Hmm.
because of all the
Hmm.
money that we have coming to the state. We already
Yeah.
have millions coming, but now,
Yeah.
yeah. So with this infrastructure bill passing, you got $6 to $7 billion that's coming to our state now. And so even though the umbrella that the DBE program falls underneath is that transportation umbrella, you're about to see an explosion in all sectors now, right?
Mm-hmm.
In
Mm-hmm.
any aspect that's on that more that professional services or product side, unlike it has in the past. And right now is the time. If anyone is listening today, please, my email is showing down at the bottom now. Reach out to me. We can do a one-on-one session. I'll be more than happy to go into details with you about the true benefits. We're going to share some of that tonight, obviously, but the true benefits, but also the process of that itself.
Right. And y'all, I'll be switching between his phone number, which is his direct line, and his email address. So let's see. Why is so? I was going to ask why is it important, but you just said it levels the playing field. But how much does it cost to get
So
help from you?
the program itself is free. So
Okay.
everybody listen to me very closely. We looking eyeball to eyeball. We sit and look. It's free. The program is free. Our consultancy is free to all certified firms. So
Gotcha.
we're going to help you through the process of the application process, and we're going to help you once you get certified in all the technical support that you're going to need to grow a successful and sustainable business. Again, it's free, y'all. This program is free. There's also programs that's offered through SBA and also programs that's offered through LED. All of those programs are free. All of those programs have consultants that can assist you through the process. But with the DBE program, everything that we do is at no cost. So
Gotcha.
again, if somebody reaches out to y'all and say, "Hey, I can help you get certified for this program," just give them my number or my email. I'll take it from them because that
Yeah.
means they take advantage of it because they know about individuals like myself that do it at no cost.
Right. And that does exist. Trust me, y'all. There are people selling themselves saying it's a long process. You can't do this. And they're like, yeah, we do it for free. So,
And you know, and not to spend too much time on it, because I
yeah.
know we're going to be respectful of
Yeah.
everyone's time this evening. But with the application, it's fill in the blank. So
Mm,
that means if I'm assisting you, let's say you hire me to help you with the application.
right.
If it's fill in the blank, that means I got to call you to get the answer.
Mm,
That means if there's items on the checklist, that means I got to call you to have you print it out for me and email it, scan it to me, right?
right.
Who's still doing all the work?
Mm,
So all I'm doing, I have to get the information from you. So what I simply do is just assist them individuals by doing a full review of it once it's completed to make sure that they've done everything right. But that's why I get so passionate behind having platforms like this, because I just want to be able to share with the audience, the attendees, that look, we're here. We're here to help. You and I met because of other platforms that you've taken advantage of. You've seen my past, and you know how I get. Y'all know event. Look, I had to turn my AC down, y'all, because if not, I'd have been sweating already. I told her
right.
before we get started, she wanted to reel me in because I'll be way over here somewhere. You know, so we can stay on point. But I get super passionate because I know that it's a win-win for you all. So I'm hoping that this evening, y'all will be able to gather that, be able to understand that better.
And I do have a question. Someone said, is this program with the SBA?
This one is not. This one is the federal DB program. So it's a unified program here in Louisiana, right? Unified meaning there's three certifying agencies. So you have DOTD, you have the Louis Armstrong Airport in New Orleans, and you also have Regional Transit Authority in New Orleans. Why those are the three agencies? Because they represent the federal agencies where the federal funding comes from whenever they have projects. So DOTD represents Federal Highway Administration. The Louis Armstrong Airport represents Federal Aviation Administration. And the Regional Transit Authority represents Federal Transit Authority, right? So
Okay.
once you get certified by one of those agencies, you're accepted by all agencies if they ever have any projects with goals. Now,
Yeah.
the great thing about it being the Louis Armstrong Airport, Louisiana, that get federal funding assistance from FAA, you can chase those opportunities with the hopes of participating toward the goal. Now, SBA have great programs also.
Right.
And again, I appreciate you sharing my contact information with everyone because I have all of those programs already prepared to email it out, as well as the point of contacts at those agencies, right?
Right. Right.
Because again, um, right now is the time, y'all. All of this money that's coming to the state are going to be tied into these programs, whether it's the selected ones through SBA, because they probably have about five or six that most companies can qualify for, whether it's the federal DB program or whether it's the programs that's offered through Louisiana Economic Development. And I'll be more than happy as we talk this evening, man, to go through some of those also.
Gotcha. So another question, can a federal employee have a federal contract? Good question.
If they have their own business.
Okay.
Now, obviously, these are all application processes. So if they get approved for those programs, then obviously they're approved to be able to go after opportunities that is afforded through those programs, right?
Right.
So obviously, it can't be a conflict of interest. It can't be that you got certified in order for whatever agency that they're working for, you be able to get some leverage there. It's
Right.
not set up that way, right? But if they
Right.
have a for-profit business, it can't be nonprofit organizations. It has to be for-profit businesses, and obviously they can. There's firms out there who are certified as DBEs
Mm.
and still work for, still have a 9 to 5 job,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because here's the deal. They're not going to handcuff someone to say, nah, you can't qualify for these programs if you work. Because most entrepreneurs in the earlier stages
Yeah.
need to still have that stability.
Right.
They still need to have the benefits. They still need to have the steady income coming in until they've built that foundation that allows them to step out and say, okay, now I can stand on my own because I have the steady cash flow coming through through my own business, right?
Right. Right.
So that's a long answer to say yes.
Yeah.
You can. qualify for the federal programs also.
Gotcha. So, what qualifies a business as DBE?
So that's a good question. So these areas, this is what I tell everybody.
Okay.
If you say yes to all of these, you need to apply. I don't care what service, as long as it's a for-profit business and it's legal, moral, and ethical,
Right.
I recommend you apply. Number one, it has to be a for-profit business. Number two, the owner has to have at least 51% ownership, and that owner must be it has to be socially or economically disadvantaged, which means they must be a minority or a woman-owned business. So that minority or that woman must have 51% majority ownership. Now, that percentage can be broken down equally also. You can have someone who meets the minority status and also meets the women-owned status, and they have equal ownership. So again, for-profit business, minority and women-owned business have to have 51% ownership. Their personal net worth cannot exceed 1.325 million, and that does not include the primary residence or the company that they're getting certified,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Again, that's 1.325 million, and their 3-year annual gross receipts cannot exceed 26.29 million over that 3-year period. Hey man, if y'all said yes to that, man, y'all need to apply.
Yeah. Remember, I told you I'm like $5 away. But I wish.
Hey, but guess what? We're gonna get you there though.
There it is. There it is. Claiming
The
it.
whole goal as far as being certified is to help you get there,
Right. Right.
right?
That's true.
It's the man. Listen, when I first started doing this, that the personal net worth was 750,000.
Mm.
They've doubled it almost.
Wow.
That's how they're telling you that they want to grow this program, right?
Yeah.
The
Gotcha.
time is now, y'all. If not now, when?
That's true. That's true. So, I'm in healthcare. I'm in physical therapy. Y'all have my application. I'm just waiting to hear back. Can I only bid on contracts that are related to healthcare?
So here's the thing. I'm a stickler. Bid on everything that you can provide a service for,
Okay.
right? Now, in order for you to participate toward anything that you're certified in, as far as any goals, obviously you must be certified in that specific work area, right?
Okay.
So initially, whatever you're certified in as you first start, then you have to go after the codes that you're certified in. But you can also grow your business and scale up to different sectors, right?
Mhm. Okay.
So the answer to that question is you chase everything that you have the ability to provide good products and services in.
Okay.
You don't have to just focus on what you're certified in. Just
Okay.
understand that leveraging tool comes into place when you do chase opportunities that you are certified in, right?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Now, if it was me, if you're considering, excuse me, if you're considering growing your business into other sectors, then at that point you might want to reconsider the name of your company,
Mm.
right? Because if you know you want to start offering services outside of the health industry, and if
Mm.
the name of your company is more targeted and more branded toward the health industry, then you got to think about reprogram this, let me rethink this, let me rebrand this to
Gotcha.
where now I can open myself up underneath the more broader umbrella to be able to offer those services. So it might be like, for example, I've been talking to my family lately,
Okay.
really us starting our own business. And at first I was like, well, maybe it should be sports consulting. But see, I know the gift that my wife is blessed with, right?
Hmm.
I know
Right.
the gift that my children are blessed with, all three of them. And I know that there's some common goals that they have. I also know that there's some different things. So
Right.
instead of saying sports consultancy, I might say sports enterprise,
Mm.
right? It's
Mm.
a broader company name. That means we can attack different areas and
Gotcha.
still people can understand it with just from the name itself, right?
Gotcha.
Because if I say consultancy, it might just lock me into being underneath that consultancy umbrella. But if I say enterprise, I can brand myself out to different areas. You see what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I got to rethink some things myself then, huh?
Hey man, that's why. Hey, see, that's why when you get certified, you got me at no cost.
Gotcha.
So we
That's
can
true.
talk about these things, right? We
Right.
like the jack of all trades, a super Walmart, one stop. You ain't got to go nowhere, but look, call that number at the bottom, y'all. It's like
Right.
we doing an infomercial right now, right?
All right.
225-706-5756.
That's
One
right.
call away, y'all.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So I do have another question. What's your professional opinion on who has the best contracts, state or federal? That's another good one.
Hey man, really, that's really a I can't really say one is better than the other because
Okay.
obviously if somebody's in that construction arena, they may say the state,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
But if somebody's going after more of a procurement opportunities from a consultancy standpoint or products and services procurement standpoint, because listen, y'all, the federal government is buying everything. So it depends on what you feel like your strengths are and what you really want to target. Because I can't say one is better than the other. From what I've experienced in my years of doing this, I've seen advantages on both.
Okay.
That there's not one that teeters that thing because again, most of the firms that we deal with are pretty much set in what they know their vision is, right? So
Gotcha.
for the individual that asks that question, what I would just recommend of us doing a one-on-one because if I can get a better understanding of what their vision is, then I can be able to answer that question better because then we can target those areas because again, when they get certified, all of our consultancy is free so we can begin assisting them in knowing how to really brand themselves for
Right.
those areas that they feel like that's where their strength is at. So
Gotcha.
I can't really say that there's a one that's better than the other because it all depends on whatever they're gonna what they're gonna be offering through their firm.
Gotcha. All right. So how long does the process take from the time you guys receive the application to sort of becoming certified?
So and let me just make sure, and I appreciate you asking that question. So as the consultant, we're not the certifying aid specialist. That means we will help at the process. We'll help in the process. However, you will be submitting your application to one of those three agencies that I mentioned, right?
Right.
Now, with that, you actually probably looking at anywhere from a minimum 60 days from the time you submit your application to the time that they make a final decision. And again, I'm saying minimal because you can give or take a few, right?
Okay.
Um, if you look at the process from the time that you submit it, the specialist is going to do an initial review to make sure that all the T's are crossed, I's are dotted, make sure all the supporting documents are in there. And that's why I like to do the review before to make sure that all that's streamlined, right?
Right.
So once he or she does that initial review, the next step is for them to get with the selection committee. Now that's more of the time frame that's exhausted within that process because each individual on the selection committee comes from different departments within DOTD, right? So that's a matter of them getting on each other's schedule.
Okay.
It's not like they're all coming from compliance programs. So
Okay.
once the selection committee gets together, they do a review of the applications. Then from there, they will contact the applicant to schedule the on-site interview. And right now, they're doing that virtually due to COVID.
Mm. Okay.
Once they conduct their on-site interview, then they get back with the selection committee to go over the results of the interview. And during that session is when they will make the final decision,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So that's why I'm saying 6 to 8 weeks. I apologize, a minimum 60 days, only because we don't, you got to look how they plan, how everybody's calendar is.
Right.
And, COVID does slow that down some because if those individuals are out due to COVID, then, you got the quarantine. Get in the queue right now, y'all. I'm telling you, look, I'm probably averaging per day at least 3 reviews.
Hmm. Okay.
That's just me of people like yourself that was on a webinar, followed up immediately. We got the process started. We did the review. So now watch this. You're in the queue, right?
Right.
I'm doing about and think about it. You and I probably what it took about an hour
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
a review,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm doing a minimum of 3 per day of doing reviews of applications. So even if we say that, if you think about it, that's a minimum of 12 to 15 of applications that I'm assisting on a
Mm.
weekly basis of a review. Now that's not counting the ones that's calling me just to do the one-on-one consulting to get a better understanding of the program and the application process. That's
Hmm.
just counting the ones who I'm actually doing a review with, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So again, the time is now, y'all. The best thing for you to do is for us to go ahead and get together so we can talk about it, get your application, get all the documents you need so you can get in the queue. Because one thing you don't want to have happen when this explosion comes, because it's coming,
Oh yeah.
don't want to have somebody say, I would have used you had you been certified.
Hmm. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
never want to check that box.
Yeah. And to tell you all about Kenyatta's passion. So I was referred to him by someone that I know, and she was like, "Yeah, he's really knowledgeable. You know, just call him." So we had an hour-long talk. He was telling me why I should do it because I still was kind of hesitant myself. I'm like, "Why? I'm in physical therapy. Like, why?" You know. And he was like, "Go ahead and do it. I'm gonna email you the application." He emailed it to me, y'all. I printed it out. I looked at it. I threw it on my desk. I'm like, I just finished three applications, insurance application. I will not. I will not. And so, yeah, he was like, you know what? Before he let me go, he said, let's schedule a follow up 1 week from now. I was like, all right, sure, right? Still didn't know if I wanted to do it. I attended that follow up. Don't know why I did not cancel it. He was like, did you did you finish the application? I said, no, I was overwhelmed. He was like, did you print it out? I said, yeah. He's like, all right, let's go. Y'all, he sat there with me and we went line by line by line until it was done.
All right.
That's what you get with Kenyatta. So that's why I was like, oh, I gotta bring you on here because how many people you know are gonna do that? Like line by line. I kid you not. It took about an hour, but I felt confident and they have my application now. So if he would have done that, I'd probably be still sitting on it. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, for me, well, not because I'd have kept calling you. I'd be like, what are you doing? Y'all got to understand, man, there's about 1,500 firms that are certified in Louisiana as a DBE firm, right?
Wow.
And we have part of the state. We used to have the entire state, but they decided that they wanted to break it up into two consultants. So obviously, our engineering firm handles Region 8, which is Baton Rouge, Lake Charles, Lafayette, Alexandria, Shreveport, and Monroe. And then Urban League of Louisiana handles the New Orleans and Hammond area, right?
Right.
My contract is not predicated based off how many firms I can get certified in it. So
Mm-hmm.
my passion behind doing it has no reflection of, oh, I want to I got to get this many firms in this program because look, I mean, my contract says if I get this many firms. No, see, I understand the true benefit behind it. See, there's going to be more opportunities coming through the pipeline for the type of services you provide, right?
Right.
However, let me ask you a question. Currently, right now, do you have someone that handles all of your marketing,
That'll be me.
right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Currently, right now, do you have anybody that assists you with business development?
Oh yeah, I do have some of that. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have anybody that helps you be as a liaison between you and other companies if you want to partner with them?
No.
Do you have anybody that helps you, not do it for you, but do you have anybody that helps you do estimates or do bids? Do you have anybody that assists you with doing all of those
No.
or proposals?
No.
Guess what? As a consultant, when you get certified as a DBE, we do all that at no cost.
Mm.
So if someone as a DBE firm calls and say, "Hey, look, I need marketing assistance," I have a marketing specialist that's on our team that would take business cards and create them from scratch or revise what they have, marketing brochures, capability statements, website development. So now you have the marketing material that gives you the confidence when you do get in front of whether it's a one-on-one meeting or a conference or a networking workshop that you go to. Think about how that person feels now, no going in there, and they got leave behind material.
Mm.
And then if they say go to my website and it's a functioning website,
Right.
they're seen as a quality firm because it's not just based off of the products and services. Man, that's a legitimate business,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we do all that at no cost.
Mm.
So when I get passionate behind it, because I'm like, man, take advantage of this. It's free.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now we're able to do everything we can to help the business grow. So they winning by leveraging themselves for potential opportunities, but they also winning because now we're able to assist them in that back office structure that most small businesses either don't know the blueprint
Mm-hmm.
or don't have the funds to pay someone,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
we fill in that blank. I mean, we fill in those areas, and now they grow because we're not going to be a crutch, right? We're not going to say, well, we're going to do it for you and not teach you how to do it.
Mm.
While we're teaching you how to do it, now you're learning because our goal is for you to master that. So now we can get into a whole nother realm with you,
Right.
right?
Right.
And that's how we grow. So my passion is that, man, I want y'all to win.
Yeah.
When you win, I win. That means
Mhm.
everybody gonna win. Because I'm
That's
gonna run my
right.
mouth to that. I'm telling you. Man, look, behind the scenes, I'll be standing on the table like, man, this is what we need to do for this program, man.
Mm.
And obviously, I've positioned myself. I've done the bootstrapping, being at the one of the most successful engineering firms in Louisiana. I'm able to sit at the table now with these state officials, with these federal officials, with these city officials, because now they lean on me for my opinion on what they need to do.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
when I'm having moments like this, I'm able to take and say, okay, I have the listening ear.
Yeah.
And I'm able to share with y'all what they're saying is the challenges for them to grow. If you attack these areas, then this is where you will see an impact in your local economic development because now you tapping into what these companies are saying that they need to make a difference, right?
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. So I have a question. Can you set up a DBA under the LLC to offer new services for your company?
Can you set up a DBA under the LLC to offer new service? Yeah, there's firms that have that certified right now as that. Absolutely.
Okay.
So in other words, what they're saying instead of having a name change, go ahead and have a DBA, so that way they can begin offering different services from what their initial company is offering. Is that what I'm understanding?
Jake, y'all,
If that's what,
I'm gonna
if
let you
if
respond.
that's what you're asking me,
Uh-huh.
then obviously the answer is yes to that because we have firms who are listed and have DBA. They have LLC and they got a DBA and they're certified as a DBE.
Okay. All right.
That's if
Next.
that's if they're deciding that they and I've had some firms that have functioned as a DBA because in other words they feel like it hasn't developed to the point to where it can stand alone yet.
Gotcha.
And they're still using that other firm until they've developed it to that point to where it can stand on its own. So the answer to that would be yes.
All right. The next one. Can you have both at the same time for okay, can you have both at the same time for your business? My area is social service, for example, social work, mental health, substance abuse. Can you have both? Nicole, can you clarify? Can you have both what at the same time for your business? Trying to see if she'll respond.
So while she's responding to that, um, maybe I need to wait, but the thing is, I don't know if she's more concerned about the fact that she's in the health industry. And let me make sure I make this clear for the
I see
audience.
it. State and federal contracts. Can you have both state and federal contracts at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, listen, y'all. I'm not saying get certified in this program and just chase opportunities in that program.
Yeah.
I'm an advocate for you want to chase everything that you have the ability to do through your company.
Yeah.
Remember, this is just preparation. Proper preparation removes all anxiety, y'all.
Mm.
And what I'm sharing with y'all right now is get certified in the programs for the what if. So whenever the opportunity presents itself, you won't hear the words, "Oh, I would have used you had you been certified." You're going to hear, "Man, great, you're certified. I would love to partner with you." You just want to be able to check the box. So I don't never advocate for any firm to go into any environment broadcasting with the neon light on their forehead or on their chest saying, "I'm DB certified," or "I'm women on certified," or "I'm veteran on certified." No, you go in there and you selling them why Dr. Mister is the best health physical therapist in Louisiana in the country. Here's the great products and services that I offer. You selling them on you. And the byproduct of it is that if there's an opportunity within your partnership that there is something that has a goal attached to it, whether it's for women on small business, veteran on small business, 8A or DBE, you're prepared,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
You never sell them on the program. Again, I'm hoping that I answered that question for the young lady because Yes, you can go after state and federal opportunity. You go after everything because I'm gonna help you go after everything.
Okay.
My services is not just to help you go after DBE Gold project. My services is to help you win. Yes, if you become certified in the DBE program because of to position yourself for any opportunity as a goal. But the huge part of that is you now have us. Listen, I got 5 individuals on our team that will be working for you once you get certified.
Mm,
Ms.
mhm,
Jackie, who's the president of SJB Group, I told you is one of the best, most recognized civil engineering firms in Louisiana, right?
mhm.
She's our leader. She's our coach. She put me in the game. She let me run the play, right?
Right.
She gave me this blueprint to follow, right?
Right.
I got Miss Grace Chapman, who has 30 years of experience that's working with DOTD in the
Got.
compliance office. So she understands from the civil right aspect to the compliance aspect, everything, right? I
Uh-huh.
got a gentleman named Mr. Daryl Ivy. He's our expert when it comes to bid and estimating preparation,
Okay.
planning and scheduling. So when you do win projects, you also understand the importance of forecasting. You also understand how to stay on track, right? Then I
Right.
got two other phenomenal partners because those first three individuals actually work within SJB Group. These two other partners I have, Miss Savitra Wilson, who is the owner of two multi-million-dollar companies. One is Solid Ground Innovations, the other one is Resilient. She's done phenomenal things in the state of Louisiana. Now is also expanding across the country now, right? She's
Right.
our webinar training coordinator. So you can go to my website and we got a pool of webinars with guest speakers that come on that really tell you the blueprint of how to utilize these programs we're talking about, right? And then I have Miss Megan May. She's our marketing expert. She owns Little Dog Marketing. She understands the importance of how to brand yourself from a small business standpoint, but she does it on a big business scale because she
Mm,
used to be our marketing manager at SJB Group.
mm.
So she understands how to properly brand yourself as a big business. She
Gotcha.
understands how to properly prepare, because she did the proposals for us. So sometimes she can chime in on that. But now we have an ecosystem of other partners with, through LSBDC centers, through SBA, through LED, through PTAC, right? So
Right.
now you have all these people that's working for you at no cost, y'all.
Gotcha.
FREE, right?
Right.
We all know what it is, right? So that's why I'm telling y'all, man, is yes, it is a great attractive tool to have on your tool belt, but more importantly, the and I'll be careful to try not to say more importantly because I don't want to take nothing away from the leveraging tool. But I want
Right.
you to understand, man, the no cost consultancy, y'all, it will bring your business to another level.
Mm,
Because I've been fortunate. For 2 years, I was also doing business development at SJB Group. So what did that do for me? That allowed me to go to these lunch and learns with the majority owners of
mm.
these firms and these engineering firms and these construction companies, right? It
Right.
allowed me to go to behind the closed door meetings with the mayor of our respective our cities around here, right? To go
Right.
to the meetings with the other city and state and local and federal officials, right? I'm not sitting in the audience. I'm at the table.
Gotcha.
So what
Gotcha.
do you think that does for you?
Mm. You have the know. You're in the know, right?
Exactly. That means everything I know,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
That means when you need someone to work as a liaison for you, whether it's by way of partnering with them or just knowing what's going on,
Yeah.
see, I'm a firm believer. If you call me, if every time you call me, I'll be like, I don't know. I'm non-effective for you.
Mm,
Because I know when you call me as a small business owner, you've exhausted everything you know to do at that point.
mm. Yeah.
Now you're calling me to say, Kenyatta, I need help. And I
Right.
want to have an answer. So like these been my go-to word lately, y'all. Instead of being, look, reactive, I'm always gonna be proactive.
Mm. Yeah.
That way I'm always prepared for when they call me up and say, I got you. And I'm always answer the call and I'm always answer the email.
And that is true. I can testify to
At
that.
all
He
times.
does. He does. And I will say this, there was a comment. I will be contacting someone in my state and will reach out if I need additional assistance. Can you help those who are not in Mississippi and Louisiana get in contact with those in their state that can help them?
So as far as getting certified,
Yes. Like
So
where to
that's
start?
I'm glad that question was asked because in order for you to obtain, and I'm gonna say there's two answers. It depends because I already have all of the point of contacts for obviously Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, Florida, New York, um, what's the other one? North Carolina, California. So I probably have about 7 or 8 states already that I have point of contacts that can assist those firms that's located there with getting their DBE.
Okay.
Now, if those firms that's out of state want to be able to participate in the DBE program for Louisiana, you first have to get certified in your home state. Then you can apply to get certified in additional states, which means you're only going to be applying for what's called an interstate DBE. And that interstate DBE just simply says you're able to get certified in other states, right?
Got you.
So like when you get certified in Louisiana, if you feel like you want to branch out, oh, and the other one was Georgia. I wouldn't blame it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get certified in the other southern states
Mm-hmm.
in our region, then I also have the point of contacts that can, and I also got Florida. I don't know if I said
You
Florida.
said Florida. Yes.
I got the Bible Belt on lock, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but then let's say someone's in California. Can you help them reach someone who can help them start the process?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Now here's the great thing about it though. The application is the same application in every state.
Mm, okay.
So if those firms are on here and they're in another state, I'll still do a full review with them.
Okay.
I'll help them put everything together that they got to submit to their home state. So I'll get them the point of contact. I'll let them know who they need to submit everything to. That's easy for me to find that out, right?
Right.
Then they fill out the application. Because here's the thing, the application and the checklist is the same.
Mm.
That's why I tell everybody, don't go to that checklist first, because that
Please don't.
checklist can be intimidating.
Yes. Yes.
That checklist will make you take that thing and do like, oh, I'm done.
Yep.
Right? So
Yes.
look, remember, you're only required to provide items off the checklist that you provided an answer for in the application. Unlike most applications where you got to first upload the supporting documents before you can move to the next one, the DBE program isn't like that. It's fill in the blank, then we go to the checklist. If it didn't apply to you in the application, that item on the checklist is not applicable to you either.
Yeah.
I've recognized that about 80 to 85% of the items on that checklist, most companies it don't even apply to.
Mm. Mm.
You one of those firms.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had a whole lot of things on that checklist. As we went through, it was like, wow. And what did you? Most people say this, man, I'd have been did this.
True. I did. Yeah. Yeah.
You
It wasn't.
know, but they go to that checklist first,
Yeah.
and they be like, well, I know I ain't got all of this. Or some of them say you have to have like 3 years worth of tax. But they say, well, my company ain't been in existence for 3 years. Hey, listen, there is no time frame that your company has to be in existence. You can literally, just quick, y'all, go to Secretary of State, get your company registered, and now you have ownership of that business, and submit your application right afterwards.
Wow.
Start your business. 5 minutes later, you can go put your application in the mail. There
Right.
is no time frame that you have to be in business. But some of those documents that they ask for will make you feel as though if I haven't been in business long enough to accumulate this, I won't qualify. No, really, that's the best one. Because
Gotcha.
that's the less you got to worry about coming up with.
Gotcha. Yeah. Wow. So, Mr. Jake, he is in Maryland, but he answered. He said, yes, you can contact him even if you're in Maryland. So,
Yeah, man. Look, give me because again, the application is the same across the board. That's why I tell people, unfortunately, there are firms out there right now that will contact small businesses that know that they have consultants like us that
mhm.
have a contract. Because listen, y'all, every state in the country that has a DBE program has DBE supportive services that do what I do.
Mm,
They have a contract to assist the DBEs in their state by way of being free technical support, right?
right.
That means they also assist them through the application process. So when a firm calls you and say, I can help you get do your application, There is no magical formula. There is no magical verbiage that you can say because every certified specialist is going to stick to the regulation, which means they're going to stick to the application.
Right.
So it's fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Again, just like we started off by saying, when you see the application, it's fill in the blank. So if I'm assisting you and I'm charging you a fee, and it says I gotta fill in these blanks, in order for me to fill the blanks, and I have to call you. That means you're paying me just to handwrite or type the information in.
Mm-hmm.
The checklist is the same. Y'all, I've seen firms that have taken the checklist, put it on their letterhead, sent it to
Mm.
the person that they was charging, and that made it as if they came up with this special checklist.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then when I showed the company that there was the same checklist that come from the application, they felt hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? It don't matter, y'all, because the services that we provide are going to far exceed that amount of money that they spend.
Mm. Gotcha.
I'm gonna make
Gotcha.
it up for them, right?
Yeah.
So again, I'll be more than happy to offer the same thing. Let's go through it because I don't have to. See, I've never sat in on any interview. I've never sat in on any selection committees because I don't want anyone to say, "Oh, Kenyatta told me what to say and told me what to write"
Yeah.
during my interview or during the application process to get approved. See, they can't never put an asterisk by your company name because I helped you.
Right.
I don't want to be part of that, right? But the reason why I can offer that to everybody in other states is because it's the same process.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
application is the same. We're just reviewing it for three reasons: for
Mm-hmm.
they can have the confidence to know they filled it out right,
Right.
to make sure that they are to also be comfortable talking about it, which helps them be prepared for the interview.
Okay.
And then number three, to make sure that they put together, that, they put the right supporting documents with it.
Gotcha. All right. So, um, do you or your company help with writing contracts and bidding on those contracts? Do y'all help with all of that?
We help with all of that. Now we can't actually do it for them.
Okay.
However, whenever they contact us for assistance, we can help them address any questions that they may have, whether it's from contract language or whether them making sure that they're taking everything in consideration that they need to put together a quality bid or proposal. The estimates are a little bit more. I don't want to really want to say challenging, but those are the ones that take a little bit more involvement
Okay.
because an estimate is not formatted a certain way. It's however that person puts together their estimate based off of what they feel everything is going to cost, everything is going to do from the products that they need and all those things to put together. But when you're dealing with an RFQ or an RFP, I don't know if the audience know the difference. An RFQ is the request for qualification. An RFP is a request for proposal. RFQ means they really, but here's the great thing about both of them. When they advertise it, they tell you exactly how they want it formatted.
Mm. Okay.
If you don't format it that way, Dr. Mister, it will be disqualified.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying the estimate, putting together an estimate or a bid is different,
Okay.
right? But
Okay.
when you're dealing with an RFQ or an RFP, they tell you in the advertisement exactly how they want it formatted. They tell you exactly what the scope of services are, and they want to know what are you going to do to be able to meet those scope of services, to be able to meet those objectives, right?
Right.
So an RFQ, again, request for qualification, they simply want to know, they're going to select who is the best qualified applicant.
Okay.
Price is not even involved yet,
Mm.
right? With the RFP, it's going to go off of the qualifications and what their cost is going to be,
Okay.
right? And
Gotcha.
then that still don't mean that they're going to go with lowest bidder. They're going
Okay.
to go based off now. The lowest bidder is only part of when you're doing an estimate or a bid. That's when they go lowest bidder. But when
Okay.
you're doing an RFQ or an RFP, it's going to be a RFQ. Again, it's going to be based off the best qualified.
Mm.
In that selection committee, they're going to pick the three most qualified firms. The reason why they pick three, because once they select those three, then they're going to start negotiating the price.
Okay.
And if they can't agree with it on the first one, then they'll go to the second one, then they go to
Mm.
the third. They can't
Gotcha.
agree on it with either three, then they're gonna open it back up for bid.
Ah, okay.
Now RFP again is qualifications and price, right? So
Okay.
that means they're gonna go who they believe is the most qualified for the best amount of money.
Gotcha.
So those things are easily formatted. It tells you if you cannot deviate it. Listen, y'all. I know of firms that have gotten disqualified because they did not follow the format the way that it was listed.
Gotcha. I'm just curious. What's the biggest contract you've seen that somebody's won?
From us assisting them, or just
Sure.
period.
Or either, period.
I
Both.
mean, listen. The one of the best stories that I go to, man, when I first started doing this back in 2012, right?
Okay.
We just got renewed our contract after we had been managing the contract for Mississippi for 9 years. Then we decided that they wanted to go after Louisiana again, and
Okay.
that's how I ended up getting hired on, right? And we had our first big outreach event. We called it Meet the Primes. We had like 15, 20 big contractors coming in, and we probably had 100 and some, maybe 200 DBE firms that was coming in attendance, right? So we
Okay.
was making personal phone calls, inviting people. And they had this one firm, he was like, man, I'm gonna come, but it's the same dog and pony show. I'm gonna just come there. Everybody gonna be, them primes gonna be saying they gonna do this, gonna do that. I say, listen, sir, I apologize for anything that you may have experienced in the past, but I can't do nothing about it.
Right.
All I'm asking you to do, because I can give you my word, I'm exhaust everything that I have control of to help you win. I can't control other people. I can't control what happened in the past. Give me an opportunity to show you what we're going to be able to do for you, and not that it's just the same dog and pony show. So he came from there. He met some prime contractors. Again, we work as liaisons, right?
Right.
Worked him into we helped him bridge that gap between him and the prime, and he ended up winning $1 million contract.
Stop. Wow. Wow.
So do
Wow.
you think we have to worry about him saying it's the same dog and pony show anymore?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? He's
Wow.
come to our events to ask to get on the mic so he
Mm,
can let the audience know, look, trust and believe they're going to do everything that I cannot control other people,
yeah.
but I can control me, y'all.
Right.
So because I can control me, I'm gonna give you everything I got. Listen, y'all are gonna benefit from the love that I have for my family.
Mm,
Listen, the love that I have for my family to win, the only way I win is when you win.
mm.
How bad do you think I want you to win?
Right. Right.
That's how serious I take this, man. Listen, there's one thing I've been telling my family. I cannot control who's listening to me right now.
Right.
I can't. I cannot control whether or not they believe me or not.
Sure.
As long as I know these things right here, as long as I know my heart is pure, my
Mm,
heart is right, I know I'm not being manipulative, I know I'm not being conniving, I know I'm not trying to do anything that's going to hurt them. I can't control whether somebody believes me right now while I'm talking.
right. That's true.
But I know what I'm saying is the truth because
Mm,
I know what I'm willing to do for my family. As long as it's legal, moral, and ethical, I'm gonna
exactly.
go help y'all win, y'all.
That's it. That's it.
Man, I was super excited when you asked me to be on this platform. When you asked me, I thought, oh yeah, man, let's go.
Yeah, he was. He was. And I thank you again.
It
So I have,
wasn't like, oh, let me think about it. No, let's go get this.
that's true.
Let's
Yeah.
go win, y'all. Let's go like them youngsters. Let's go get that bag.
All right. So I don't see any more comments or questions, but I will ask you one more before I let you go because we're getting close to that hour. How much does this cost again?
Man, free.
There it is. There it is.
FREE. It's no cost to y'all. Don't
There it is.
misunderstand. I get paid for helping you. So
Yeah,
I do get paid. I have a contract, but it doesn't cost you anything.
there it is.
Not for the not to get for the application process, and definitely not once you get certified.
Yeah,
It's free, y'all. Everything that I'm talking to y'all about today is free. Even the other programs that's offered through SBA and LED, free.
true. That's true.
And obviously, I see we all getting close. Boy, that's a great thing. I might have to start using this platform right
I
here.
know, right?
That clock being up there help out, boy. I ain't gonna lie,
Really?
y'all gonna be happy. I'll be like one of them Baptist preachers.
Yeah.
Y'all already seeing me sweating already. Be like, look, hey, y'all, look, be like, hey, I'm in there, I'm in there. Next thing you know, it's 30 minutes later.
Yeah, you'll see me sleeping. No, I'm joking.
That's how we be, y'all. Be in there, be getting bobblehead up in there.
Right.
Let's go, man. I'm telling y'all, man, listen, free, doesn't cost you anything. Let's go win, y'all. Listen, the time is right now, y'all. I can't emphasize it enough. Everybody that's on our platform, that's part of our ecosystem, are encouraging firms to get certified. I applaud y'all for having some great questions tonight.
Yeah, good
But
job.
the time is right now. don't be hesitant.
Yes.
I will
And,
help you through the process.
and this is his contact information again, y'all. This is his email, kenyatta.sparks@sjbgroup.com. And then this is his phone number. So this will be saved on my YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and I'm also about to upload it onto Instagram, which is why we have to keep it under an hour. So, but that is it for tonight. As always, pleasure. Thank you. I will definitely be contacting you once my application is certified, and we get started. So, thank you for your time,
No,
and thank you all for joining us as well.
that's right.
Have a good night. Take care, Kenyatta.
God bless, man. Y'all be safe.
You too.